Everyone, it's Bob McCranie with Texas Pride Realty Group, and I am also a real estate broker as well as being a certified property tax consultant here in the state of Texas. I want to talk to you about unfair assessment. Okay, there are two reasons you can protest. Well, there's multiple, but the two that we mainly focus on are your property is being appraised unfairly in the market, which they want to talk about market value. That's the number one way to protest. It's also the way that the county wins. So don't walk in the door talking about current market conditions. The second way is unfair assessment. This is where a property of the same size, relative size, and condition, one is being assessed much more than the other one. Okay, so they will tell you to come to the meeting with current comps. And they know that current comps are far outpacing what they're assessing you. So you're going to walk in the door and you're going to be lined up to lose. They're going to tell you that current comps are all they want to look at. Okay, you could sell this house for $300,000, and that's what we want to assess you for. That's one way to look at it. The other way to look at it is the same property down the street is being assessed at $240, and I'm being assessed at $300,000, and there's no difference between our properties, negligible differences in our properties. I want to show you what we found here. I'm going to share screen. This is based off of some work that we did a few years ago. There's a community here in Carrollton called High Country. This is the same, basically, this is a 100 square foot difference in property here. The one property was 1659 square feet, one was 1759 square feet. There is a $140,000 difference between these two properties in the same subdivision within a block or two of each other. That's outrageous. That's not something you can explain away in a property tax protest meeting. They should take this 270 and equalize it down some. There's no reason that this person's being charged 270 and this person's being charged 125. Now, you may say, well, they could have different exemptions. Well, we look at that. We try to compare apples to apples. I'm not going to take somebody who has a homestead exemption and a disabled vet exemption and put them up against somebody who doesn't have similar exemptions. So we wash that through here. There's nothing that justifies a $145,000 difference, okay? And also, let me just tell you that even with exemptions, the valuation would be higher. The amount of taxes they're paying would be lower. So this is silliness. Here's another property in the same subdivision. This is exact same property, 1672 square feet versus 1672 square feet, 222 versus 262, $39,792,000 difference. That house better be gold plated. Now, yes, I also look at the fact one may have a pool, one may not, one may have an auxiliary building. We try to wash that out and equalize that. Nothing really should explain a $40,000 difference in property. That's just unfair assessment. So the person who's at 262 should walk in the door and say, take me down to 222. I'm not trying to get the guy at 222 to boosted. I'm trying to get myself down lower, okay? This person here, Rosemead, same street. There's 40 square feet difference in this property. There's 40 square feet is somehow worth $68,000. I would like somebody to explain to me why 40 square feet is worth $68,000, okay? Again, we have another property here. There's a $55,000 difference, and that's roughly, what, a 60 square foot difference in the two properties. No reason that we should have a $55,000 difference here. This person at 219 should be screaming at the tax assessor saying, hey, what's going on here? Again, we have another property here where there's a $32,000 difference, and another one here where there's a $51,000 difference between these two properties. By the way, I'm not showing you anything that's confidential. These are based off of public records here. So when we find properties that are this different in valuation, I like to bring it up and say, hey, go to your tax assessor. Tell them that it's unfair evaluation, unfair assessment compared to my neighbors. Okay, they will probably want to keep looking back at market data. Oh, we don't even hear you. We want to talk market data. Go, no, bring it back. I want to protest reason number 2. Reason number 1, market data, that's your line of thought. I want to protest, and it's a valid protest to say unfair assessment. My home compared to the other home is almost identical square footage, same subdivision, same year built. Why is one $100,000 different than the other, or $50,000 different than the other? They can't explain it. They will get this glazed over look, and that's when you win. So go in there. Now, we can never promise you'll win, but you can go in there and say, I would like to have this looked at for unfair assessment, okay? You will go into the panel. There will be 3 people in the panel, and then there will be somebody there representing the county. If you get there on a day that everybody's grumpy, they're not going to listen to you. Do not go in there and talk about, I don't want to pay taxes. Everybody has to pay taxes. Go in there and talk about my assessment is unfair. That they should listen to. Okay. I'm Bob McCranie, Texas Pride Realty Group. Give me a call today. What we help you do is we come up with a packet that you can take in there to help show this unfair assessment as a real thing and show them that you should be able to protest your taxes based off of unfair assessment. Anyway, if you have any questions, give me a call. I would love to talk to you. My contact information will be below. Take care. Bye.